So what I would do first of all, Tyler, is direct your attention towards the automation cookbook. So if we come in here and we go into, and we'll Cove deployment. Now we might have not updated these terms yet. So we have Cove data protection deploy. So here we have a couple of automation policies. You can see here is a download and install Cove data protection. There is a Cove data protection deploy backup manager. Lots of different scripts available here as such. Probably they're all very similar in what they do. I would click into these. I would get the ones that actually that work best for you, and then come back into your N-Central environment. You're going to first of all, obviously, come into your configuration, schedule tasks, add and delete, and then you can sign out scripts and software repository, and you can add your scripts in here. So for anyone that hasn't downloaded from the repository in the past, what we would do is we'll come back here because that's a partners one, and we'll get one from N-Central instead. So we'll choose not that one, not that one. Apologies now. See this one here. This is a PS1 file, so this is a PowerShell script to do it. If we scroll further down again, download and install Cove data protection. Just looking for an AMP file here, guys. So this is an AMP. So I'm going to save my AMP here. So I'm going to download my AMP. It's going to my downloads folder. And if I want to add this to my N-Central server, I'm going to click on add, click on automation policy, I'm going to browse. I'm going to pop into my downloads folder, choose to download and install Cove data protection, click on OK. And we should have that now in our list. So if I search here for Cove, so download and install standalone backup. We haven't updated the title in here just as yet, but we have the policy here. So now we can go about this, Tyler, in a couple of different ways. You could obviously come into your all devices tab, and you could select the devices that you want to deploy backup to. So we click on add task, run an automation policy, and in here we would choose the automation policy from our drop-down list. So download and install standalone backup. You'll see then it asks for certain input parameters. These could be parameters that you've specified through a custom property already, so they're already defined within the system itself, or you can manually add them in here. And then you can obviously schedule this to run now or on a recurring basis. Alternatively, if you want to kind of automate it a bit more, what you could do is you could have a custom device property which says, standalone backup enabled or disabled, for example. So you'll see your custom device properties on a per device basis under our settings tab and custom properties. So we'd click on settings in here. And we have custom properties here. So we could have, Cove standalone as a custom property here, and it's set to disable, and then we choose to enable it, for example. That could be then targeted by a filter and a rule to actually push out the deployment as such. So that would be the way I would go about deploying it. In terms of self-healing, the only scenario there is, you could then have a monitoring script running to see if Cove standalone is installed correctly, and if so, take no action. If not, then you could actually trigger the redeployment script again. So there's a couple options there for that.